Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel. This is the room we're going to be hanging out in today, giving it a summer makeover. And I'm curious, do you have core pieces in certain rooms that you just really don't switch out a lot? For example, in this room, this mirror weighs about 1,000 pounds and it has been here for the last 10 years. I think it will always be here. These pieces here are actually wall murals. I wanted to add large pieces of art, but they were so expensive. So I found this really pretty scene. It's actually a full wall mural, but I really just wanted to focus on the trees. And so the creator was kind enough to print a mirror image. So the trees are facing each other. And for a fraction of the cost, I was able to have the, visual look of larger artwork. Once I mounted it to the wall, I then just added this little trim around it to look like a frame. And back to this piece, I like to keep the sideboard in here. I have moved it around the house quite a bit, but it just seems to fit better in this room, as do the lamps. And I think I like them in here because we've got the glass that then ties in with this gorgeous chandelier that we added a few years ago. I will always have a crystal chandelier in the dining room. This was such an incredible deal. I'm gonna link it below in case you've been looking for something like this too. It is so beautiful in the morning when the light reflects. We have rainbows all around the room, and at night, it's just such beautiful ambiance. And then over here, I've had these curtains here for a while. I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. They're just very simple. They give you a cottagey, casual look. I found them at IKEA. I always order the longest length. They have top tabs that I cut off and fold over and clip. Unfortunately, they don't carry them anymore. However, I have links some that are similar down below. And then over here, we've had this shelf here for a while. I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay here, but I like that it ties in with the ones on the other side of the room. And then this print matches the murals on the other side of the room, although you can see more of the scene, the house, the horses. I just love it, and I found it on Etsy. And then another staple in here is this dining room table. It was a gift from my sister. I eventually painted it white, but I'm considering giving it a wood look again, so stay tuned for that. And then finally is this rug. It's an indoor-outdoor rug. It resembles seagrass. I love the woven texture and how durable it is. So now that we've chatted for a moment about the core pieces in this room, I'll go ahead and start decorating, beginning with the shelves. Once again, I have go-to pitchers. I have these larger bowls, but I love their design. A few plates with that beaded detail. Then I thought I'd use these little pedestals, but I like that they also have that beaded detail. Of course, I want to mix in a bit of greenery, so I have a couple of these. And then, of course, I have to add a little bit of blue. Aren't these adorable? I found them not too long ago at Goodwill. Sometimes I'll switch things up just a tad, even though I'm using the same elements on both sets of shelves. For example, how I have the florals up top and the blue and white teacups on the bottom on this set. Over there, I have the blue and white teacups on top and then the florals on the bottom. Even though you've got that one little change, it's still balanced. And then over on the sideboard, I'm kind of going to mimic what I did in the kitchen. So rather than add a basket or a tray, just going to lay this blue and white napkin right in the middle for a pop of color and to help anchor this spot a little bit. And then I'm going to add this large, beautiful pitcher filled with faux greens and florals right on top. And then on each side, I'm going to add one of these really pretty ginger jars. Now, since I have a sliver of space left on each side, how about we add one of these really pretty candle holders? This way I'm kind of alternating where I've got the blue and white in the middle, then the solid white, then blue and white, and then solid white. And then on the table, rather than add a runner, I think I'm just going to add this blue and white dishcloth or dish towel, kind of mimicking what I did on the sideboard. And since I have a coastal theme going on around the rest of the house, I thought I'd add just a touch of it here in the dining room. And then a pair of classic brass candlesticks. And then a simple tablescape involving these basic white chargers, these beautiful blue and white floral plates. These are a new purchase from Home Goods. Basic white plates with that beaded detail. And then rather than add a bowl to the top, I thought it would be fun to add crisp white napkins and these faux greenery napkin rings. I also have my go-to two-tone flatware and simple wine glasses. And we have one more area to decorate. First, the little shelf, peg rack, and then the top of the buffet. Pitchers, plates, and bowls. And then down on the peg rack, gonna add these very casual beige and white dish towels, one to each end. With a solid white one in the middle. And again with the dish towels, just going to mirror what I did on the sideboard across the room, adding this blue and white stripe right in the middle. And then bringing in this really dainty two-toned teapot with the creamer and sugar. Next, I'm bringing in a couple of books to act as a riser, and then two matching candle holders, but I'm just going to add one to the top of the books so that their heights are staggered. And then, of course, my favorite battery-operated candles. And then the last touch is this simple white pitcher filled with the same faux greens and florals that I added to the sideboard. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I truly appreciate your company. Before you go, I'd love it if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend, or subscribing to my channel. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.